Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Cowboys' most improved player made astronomical strides in 2023. Dallas Cowboys cornerback Darren Bland made history in 2023. Bland, 24, intercepted 9 passes in his second season, while setting an NFL record returning 5 of them for touchdowns. Beyond becoming a takeaway machine in the Cowboys' secondary, Bland developed a reputation as one of the top cornerbacks in the league. "It's been pretty impressive," Packers head coach Matt LaFleur said, of Bland and the Cowboys' secondary prior to the NFL playoffs. "Those guys do a great job and are well coached. They jump a lot of routes, but you don't see a lot of routes go over the top of their heads. That speaks a lot of those guys, because you don't always see that." Pro Football Focus lists Bland as the Cowboys' most improved player during the 2023 season. Bland improved astronomically compared to his 2022 rookie campaign, Zoltan Bunday writes for PFF. Even becoming a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He set an NFL record with 5 pick sixes and also earned the second highest PFF overall grade among cornerbacks. Bland capped his second NFL season with 69 total tackles, while holding opposing quarterbacks to a meager 50.9 passer rating when targeting him. A former 5th-round pick in the NFL draft, Bland hasn't just outplayed his draft position, but become a cornerstone player on the Cowboys' defense. Darren Bland, Micah Parsons Defensive Player of the Year finalists despite being ousted from the NFL playoffs in blowout fashion to the Green Bay Packers. The star power on the Cowboys roster is garnering plenty of respect. Cowboys could fix linebacker hole with former number 5 pick. Of all the issues the Dallas Cowboys had in their final game, their inability to stop the Green Bay Packers' rushing attack was the biggest. If they want to fix that in 2024, they'll likely need reinforcements, and that's where Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker Devin White could come in. The 26-year-old linebacker is set to test free agency this offseason. For Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, the 2021 Pro Bowler is an ideal addition for the Cowboys' defense. Run defense is Dallas' biggest need, and the Cowboys have a serious lack of linebacker depth, Knox wrote on January 22. Premier off-ball linebackers like Devin White and the Baltimore Ravens' Patrick Queen won't come cheaply, but they represent an extremely important commodity that the Cowboys currently lack. White has been a prominent name in Tampa since arriving in 2019. He was a critical part of the team's run to a Lombardi Trophy in 2020, being named a second-team All-Pro. However, he has not been handed a second contract and will have the chance to join a new squad. Dallas could do far worse than White, but it's a matter of whether the Cowboys can afford him and if their defensive scheme remains the same in 2024. White's first 5 years with the Buccaneers. Coming out of LSU, White was an exciting prospect thanks to his on-field play and his traits. At the NFL Combine, White ranked first in production score and second in athleticism. 5 years and 75 starts later, all the projections were on point. In his rookie season, White made impact plays all year. PFR shows that he forced 3 fumbles, nabbed an interception, and scored 2 touchdowns on fumble recoveries. The fact that he missed 4 games only makes it more impressive. While he forced 2 fewer turnovers in 2020, he totaled 9 sacks and 140 tackles. Through his first 2 years, White had shown he can essentially handle any task for a linebacker. Over the next 2 seasons, White continued to produce at a high level. The only red flag arrived in 2023. After lackluster performances and injury issues, White was declared a healthy scratch in Week 15. He did get back on the field the following week and started the rest of the season. But there is a reason why the Buccaneers haven't re-signed him, yet. What White would cost Cowboys? The biggest issue with a big name like White is cost. White was paid $11.7 million in 2023 due to his rookie deal's 5th-year option, and that seems like the baseline for his next contract, whether that's with the Bucs, the Cowboys, or another team. In fact, Spotrac projects him for a 4-year, $80 million deal. If that's the case, then the Cowboys might be priced out. Dallas is already projected to be $11 million over the salary cap. Even if they are able to backload a contract for White, they'll still need to clear $15 minus $20 million in cap space to make it work. That being said, projections are not reality. The fact that White just had a controversial and underwhelming season could bring his contract demands down for teams like the Cowboys. There is certainly a risk with paying a player after a situation like White's. But Dallas could also get a great deal if it works out. Cowboys projected to add turnover machine to defense. After another disappointing postseason defeat, the Dallas Cowboys' focus turns to the upcoming NFL draft. The Cowboys have myriad needs on both sides of the football. From fortifying the offensive line or perhaps getting younger and more affordable at wide receiver on offense, or bolstering the linebacking core on defense, Jerry Jones has the opportunity to significantly add to the talent on this roster via free agency and the draft. Likewise, safety is going to be a position under the microscope for the Cowboys. In CBS sports analyst Chris Trapasso's latest 2024 NFL mock draft, Dallas comes away with one of the premier safeties in the upcoming class, Minnesota's Tyler Nubin. Nubin is a three-down safety who, Trapasso writes, given the Cowboys' pass rush capabilities, could become a turnover machine in Dallas. The Cowboys were certainly at their best defensively this season, playing with a lead which allowed defensive coordinator Dan Quinn to dial up extra pressure with Micah Parsons and Dallas' stable of pass rushers. Nubin could certainly benefit on the back end. Last season for the Golden Gophers, Nubin produced 53 total tackles, intercepted 5 passes, broke up 4 more, while adding 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble recovery. Tyler Nubin NFL Draft Scouting Report. Nubin's versatility gives him the chance to wind up getting pushed up draft boards across the league, including in the Cowboys' war room. At 6'2" and 210 pounds, Nubin isn't just a ballhawk who picked off 13 passes across 4 seasons as a starter at Minnesota, but his versatility gives him the chance to be a real weapon in an NFL secondary. Nubin is an experienced safety who can play both free and strong responsibilities, Pro Football Focus writes, listing Nubin as the number 30 ranked prospect in this year's class. He's reliable in run defense, but his most impressive trait is his anticipation in coverage. There are more athletic safeties in this class, but few, if any, can see the game better than Nubin. PFF credits Nubin with an 89.2 overall grade, pointing out that he had an elite 20% forced incompletion rate, while allowing just 6 completions on 20 targets during the 2023 college football season. In coverage, Ian Cummings of Pro Football Network writes, Nubin is fluid, physical, adaptable, efficient, variable with his technique, a quick processor, and a ravenous turnover generator. In run support, Nubin is a tenacious downhill attacker with instant angle recognition skills, play strength, and tackling ability.